Hi, this is Steve Caldwell, and today I'm going to show you how to do conditional MIDI mapping using AND and OR Boolean logic in Bome MIDI Translator Pro. As you may know, there is an if-then construct in Bome MIDI Translator Pro that can be used to take action if a given condition is true. What you might not know is that although Bome MIDI Translator Pro does not have any Boolean constructs such as AND or, they can also be achieved using alternative methods. I'm going to show you how to create both AND and OR statements in Bome MIDI Translator Pro today. The first example is shown here. If an incoming note value is greater than 20 and less than 30, we will pass the note through to the output, otherwise the note will be suppressed. This would typically be written in most languages as shown here. For the OR condition, if an incoming note value is greater than 100 or less than 20, then pass the note through, otherwise suppress the note. Something like shown here is what typically would be used. Okay, first we're going to open our MIDI input and output ports as shown here. Now let's go ahead and create a translator. We'll call it example and logic. We'll make it a MIDI note on message with any note, set the value to PP, any velocity, set the value to QQ. And now let's go ahead and create some rules. And I'm going to copy and paste to save a little bit of typing time here. So I'm copying it over from a clipboard that I have. Okay, I've pasted it over there. You might want to freeze the frame here just to see what I did. And now I'm going to create the outgoing action. So the outgoing action will be also a note on. If I can find it here. And the note value that we captured in PP. And the velocity that we captured as QQ. So as you can see here, what I've done is I've kind of reversed the logic a little bit and used two different conditional statements in order to achieve what we're looking for. If PP is less than or equal to 20, then we're going to exit the rules because it doesn't fall within the range that we want. We're going to skip the outgoing action. If PP is greater than or equal to 30, then again we're going to execute the rules and skip the outgoing action. However, if both of those conditions are true, or actually PP is greater than 20 and PP is less than 30, the rules will fall through and the action will be, as default, executed, the outgoing action. Now let's duplicate this translator and do something similar for the OR logic that we've laid out. I'm going to just change this so it says example OR logic. And then we'll change the rules. The outgoing action will be the same, but we'll change the rules by posting in another clip that I've already pre-created. Okay, so these rules are now posted in. You'll see in this case the outgoing action is going to happen if either rule is true. Otherwise, we're going to skip the outgoing action. And of course, the MIDI outgoing message will be the same thing. And here I've taken a bit of a snapshot so you can have some time to look through the rules. But you might want to freeze it here if you need a little bit more time. Okay, here's a short demo of the AND logic only, and I'm going to press some of the lower keys and you can see the outgoing action is skipped, but when I press some of the keys in the range that we're looking for, then the outgoing action happens. Now let's enable the OR logic and do the same thing, and in this one we'll hit notes in the very low range where the the actions are skipped, or actually actions are happening. The mid-range, the actions are not happening, and then we go to the extreme high range and the outgoing actions start happening again. I will be posting this project file, plus I'm going to add a couple of more translators that I don't have time to do the demo on today, that are going to include when you don't want an outgoing action but actually want to set a variable or do some other type of activity based on a set of conditions. So feel free to download that when you get a chance. I'd like to thank you for listening today, and if you have any questions about this or any other tutorial, you can reach us at www.bome.com.